What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I decided we are going to take a full look at my LEGO City display. I got a few comments last week asking to go more in detail with the LEGO City, and this is one of the few parts of the LEGO collection that I feel like I haven't done a detailed overview of, and it's one of my favorites too, so I figured let's go ahead and do an overview, because I did just add a lot to it. As you all know, they added the Marvel Series 2 CMFs, so I wanted to add those to my LEGO City, and so now that I have done that, I figured what better time than now to go ahead and show off the LEGO City, as I like to consider it mostly complete now. And first, we will start with the main attraction, in my opinion, which is the Daily Bugle. This is the big modular building that everybody wants, I guess, and it's very impressive. And we also have the pet shop, at least half of it right here, and then we have the Sanctum Sanctorum all on my dresser here. And the first thing we'll look at is the first floor. We have my sig fig as well as Bernie the cab driver on this taxi cab. Also, we have the Sandman minifigure, and then we've got MJ and Aunt May, as well as Daredevil and She-Hulk on top of this kind of first floor of the Daily Bugle. Then we have some citizens, like we've got like Ben Urich, and I forget the other people's names, but we've got some citizens outside of the Daily Bugle, as well as Punisher fighting the Beetle over by the townhouse part of the pet shop. And then as we transition into the Sanctum Sanctorum, you're able to see a lot of Doctor Strange minifigures from the just entire MCU, and then a lot of them are from Multiverse of Madness, as that's what this set is based off of, is Multiverse of Madness. We also have a car off to the side, and Iron Man. Also on the second floor of the display, we have Hobgoblin coming out of the alleyway. We also have J. Jonah Jameson on the pet shop roof, and then we have Blade against Morbius, and then I've got Mysterio, and he is fighting Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales. One of my favorite parts of the display is on top of the Sanctum Sanctorum. We've got Wong and the Zombie Strange fighting against Wanda and the Garganto Showdown set. Also what we have is, of course, Green Goblin coming out of the main window of the Daily Bugle, and then you can see Peter Parker is inside of his office, and then on top of this we have Spider-Man and Spider-Ham on this display, and you can even see J. Jonah Jameson and Betty Brant inside of the Daily Bugle. And then off to the side of it we've got Pork Rind and the Spider Buggy off to the side, and then you can see Dr. Octopus is of course fighting both Spider-Man and Spider-Ham, and then you can see Nova off to the side, which was a custom build I did, and then you can also see Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man posed on top of the Daily Bugle sign, and then Firestar is on top, just like you see in the actual official instructions of the set. I really like this display. It's not finished though. I do want to add more to it in November when we're getting the Avengers Tower set. I plan to put that right here. If it only takes up a base plate, that would be great. It would perfectly fit in with the display. But I would say the more kind of built up part of the display is definitely with the modular buildings, and the first building we'll look at is the Palace Cinema. First off, we have these custom movie posters that I put on here, and I also reversed the Palace Cinema first floor too, but we also have the Justice League outside, and then we've got various other minifigures buying tickets outside of the Palace Cinema, and of course we have the Watcher up top. I think this is a very nice start to the LEGO City. I really like this modular building, and the other side just has the ticket counters and stuff, and it's a very solid build. This is my most recent addition to the modular building collection. Also, we have the second half of the pet shop, and you can see Indiana Jones and Han Solo, as well as Mando and Grogu also waiting in line to buy tickets at the movie theater. And then we have Carnage and Venom fighting each other on top of the pet shop. And then the next building, and the display is actually my favorite, it is the Detective's Office from 2015, and we have Spider-Man Noir investigating the stolen LEGO set. We have the two suspects kind of handcuffed, and then I also have Spider-Girl, who is fighting Rhino at the very bottom, and then we have Maria Hill on this rooftop, and you can see she is talking with Nick Fury at Assembly Square. Also, we have Iron Man and the Hulk on top of the Detective's Office, and they're just helping She-Hulk fight Red She-Hulk, which I thought was a nice little display there, so I like that a lot. And then we also move into the police station, which is another one of my favorite modular buildings. It does retire at the end of the year, so definitely pick this one up. But first off, we have Gwen Stacy and Captain Stacy outside the donut shop, and then we have the Ultimate Spider-Man team, as well as this police officer fighting Taskmaster, and then right above this we have Captain Marvel fighting Hyperion, and I've got the kind of display pieces that they give you in the Marvel CMFs to help them fly, and then we have Nightwing and Man-Bat on the top of the police station. And then Next up, we have the biggest modular building in this display. It is, of course, Assembly Square, and I have a lot of stuff displayed here. I really like how you can see Nick Fury from earlier, and then we've also got Black Widow and Yelena getting coffee. This is one of my favorite Easter eggs in the city, and there's also a little dog off to the side. Also, we have the Guardians of the Galaxy taking up most of the space on the first floor of Assembly Square. They're all united together to fight against this Chitauri and Thanos, and his Ebony Maw is also in the fight as well. And then we have Scarecrow on the top floor of this blue building on Assembly Square. And then on the roof, we have the Jamie Foxx Electro fighting the black and gold suit Spider-Man from Spider-Man No Way Home. Also, we have Wolverine fighting Magneto on this rooftop, which I thought was a nice touch. This is on top of the floral shop. And then the most notable detail, I would say, is the goat boat from Thor Love and Thunder, which is displayed on the very end here. I think it looks great. It is held in place by these clear pieces that's attached to the side of the Assembly Square building, and we can see Gore the God Butcher as well as the other main cast of heroes from Thor Love and Thunder posed on the goat boat, and I think it looks great. And then the next building is the Jazz Club that came out earlier this year. I really like the Easter eggs I put into this building. We've got C-3PO and R2-D2 waiting to see the show, and then we've got both of the Ghost Rider minifigures outside playing some jazz music, and then we have Hawkeye and Kate Bishop from the new Marvel CMF outside of the pizzeria. They have the pizza box that you get included, and I also really like, I put Lucky the pizza dog off to the side eating a piece of pizza, and then we've got the owl that they include for Hawkeye's minifigure just posed on top of the lamppost. Then we have Ned and MJ are outside of the pizzeria, and they are, of course, looking at Spider-Man, who is swinging between the the Jazz Club and the Parisian restaurant. Also, we have Batgirl and Poison Ivy fighting on top of this greenhouse, which I thought was funny. And then the final detail on the Jazz Club, we have Falcon fighting the Vulture. They look very similar. They have very similar designs, so I thought it'd be cool to have them fighting each other. And then we also have the Parisian restaurant, which is another one of my favorite modular buildings. And on the outdoor patio, we can see Coulson is enjoying a croissant, and then we have Pepper Potts and Tony Stark grabbing a slice of pizza. And then on this bench, you're able to see Shaggy and Scooby-Doo kind of just chilling, eating a hot dog. And then we've got Penguin on the second floor with some fish. And then we, of course, have Spider-Man 2099 off to the side. And then on the roof, we've got another kind of fight scene going on here. We've got some of the Young Avengers with Miss Marvel and Ironheart, and then we have Shuri's Black Panther fighting with them with Namor and MODOK, so that's a cool fight scene. And then the final building in this display is the Boutique Hotel, one of my favorite modular buildings that they've recently released. And on the first floor, we have Iron Spider fighting Shocker, as well as this Hydra agent and Red Skull in there, of course, fighting Bucky Barnes and Captain America. Also, one of my favorite details, I have Black Cat, who just stole this diamond from the El Kubo Fine Art, and Catwoman is jealous because Black Cat beat her to the heist, which I thought was a nice little touch. And then finally, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp fighting against Yellow Jacket on the roof of the Boutique Hotel. And that wraps up all of the details and minifigures inside of my LEGO City display. So we'll just take one final look at it. We'll just do like one big shot of the city from side to side. I really like this. It's one of my favorite parts of my LEGO collection. I actually plan to expand this shelf a little bit to hopefully fit 2 more modular buildings. I want to get either the downtown diner or the bookshop, and then I want to make room for next year's modular building that they release. So I'm going to buy a new piece of wood in the probably distant future and paint that, of course, to hopefully expand this out a little bit, and that way we'll be able to add more minifigures to it. But as of now, I am very happy with this display. There's not really a lot more I would add to it, so I consider it mostly finished except for the expansions that I just talked about. And then we also have one final look at the Daily Bugle display, which also looks really good. I'm very excited to add Avengers Tower to this. I think that'll complete this very nicely. We kind of have the Marvel buildings right here, and then the modular buildings are just on the other shelf, but it's all kind of Marvel themed with the minifigures and stuff. So I am really happy with the display, but definitely let me know what you guys think of the LEGO City display in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite Easter egg / display was in the city, as there are tons. I think my favorite's either the goat boat or the Lucky the Pizza Dog reference, but there's so many, so definitely let me know what y'all think of the display. And thank y'all so much for watching. Definitely leave a like if you did enjoy the video, and that is all for today. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.